number 21 there. The quick man up front. And this segment of the game is presented. Commercial to chase it. Ernie Stewart has it. Stewart measures it. And just wide. Cordoba was right there. And the United States will have a corner.
Well, good counters by the United States so far. Ernie Stewart could have cut in, I think, a little bit more here, but you'll see
this ball inside. Miola comes out. Almost an own goal. It's still kicked out. What a save by the United States.
Clavillo kicked that ball off the line, but the post came to the rescue, and a real breakdown in the...
Rincon making space. The shot, the save by Tony Miola.
Well, there's the danger of Freddie Rincon. As I said, he's got physical skills, but he's also got that quick pace and those long strides. He got inside Lexi Lawless, and a challenge by Clavillo.
Lead pass to Escobar. Can he get it? Battling Miola comes away with it. Great job that time by Tony Miola, battling Escobar.
Well, there's so much quickness here, Roger. Look at the speed through there. A good flick by Lawless and a great speed.
And a long ball down towards the other end. Ronaldo gives chase, and the save by Cordoba, not really challenged that time. But Eric Ronaldo moving up, helping Ernie Stewart, and Peter Vermes, that's what you said the U.S. needs to do, get another guy up there with Stewart.
Absolutely.
Just taken off of it. Ernie Stewart's got it there. He gets rid of it, but the save by Cordoba, who, you know, he still looks a little shaky, a little uncertain there, Seamus.
He does. And I mentioned earlier that he's been chosen over Higuita. Higuita, of course, has had his own problems, spending some time in jail, among other things. But Cordoba, it does not have quite the adventurous spirit that Higuita became known for.
From a little two-man game there. Rincon right back at it, and just wide. And Miola being pressured now here as Rincon and Valderrama seem to be hooking up. You know the Colombian team well, Peter.
Well, I think he's doing a lot of great stuff here. Obviously, he's cutting back. He's helping. Escobar sets him up here, and he makes the fake on the shot. He gets through, and a great corner kick.
And once again, a dangerous situation. The shot of the save there as Anthony Diavola, the man who replaced Valencia in the lineup, with the shot, and the Clavillo, who's really being tested. Oh, Wallace heads it outside to Valderrama, who will get it to Gaviria, and Miola has to come out to gather it. Good play by Tony. Exception, Miola past the midfield line. The header by Balboa just over the top, and both Wallace and Balboa were there that time.
Boy, that's the joy of bringing up those back players. Look at how he not only gets his head, but gets into space. Nobody marks it. One player, I think it was Rincon, just stood at the edge of the penalty area and let him ghost off.
With Caligiuri overlapping on the far side, sends it inside, it's an own goal! The USA gets the score. Escobar on the own goal, and the United States leads Colombia 1-0. You will take them, Seamus, any way you can get them.
A tremendous drive by Harks and a dreadful mistake by Escobar.
It is a foot race, and look what Cordoba loses it. But goodness sakes, does he think he's Rene Higuita, the keeper-sweeper of years past of Colombia? In there, and he had a problem with it. As the space created, and Miola the save, the shot taken by Lionel Alvarez.
Yeah, interesting contrast in goalkeeping there. We talked about the soft...
well, Tony's got the sponge hands, and Cordoba's got the brick hands. That's all he's saying.
There you go. By the way, Alvarez got a pretty good header here on himself, too. At Foxborough, as Ronaldo has it. Eric Ronaldo, the shot off the post. Ever so close. Wow. And maybe you can only go to the post so many times in a World Cup.
Well, look at the crowd. Listen to this crowd get behind the United States. Almost perfect shot. He gave us a perfect shot in the first game. That was a 99%er.
The header over the top and ever so close.
Boy, I tell you, the next 5 minutes now or so are so critical, not so much for Colombia, but for the United States. There is That feeling you get when
you're being run onto in the box. The sliding tackle, the shot, the save by Tony Meola as Diavola was making his presence felt one more time. And now the long ball downfield. Ronaldo. I know a lot of the guys in the team give him a hard time about that too.
Well, all these guys, they all trying these.
The 1-0 lead. And Seamus, your impressions of the first half? As Ramos took it, Lawless is there, the shot, score! No, disallow. Yellow card being given to Alexi Lawless.
Yeah, for Alexi Lawless shooting on goal after the whistle had gone for offside.
Ramos sending on to Ernie Stewart, the chip, score! USA!
Nothing tainted about this one. A beautiful ball play through, and Stewart with great composure flicks it in off the inside of the post. And it was built up beautifully by the United States. Look at that ball from Tab Ramos. It just sits up there like a golf shot onto the green. And nicely tucked in by Ernie Stewart. Who would believe it? 2-0.
Continue their play as it is.
Caligiuri sending the ball down. 2 men there. And the foul. Yes. Curling inside. Lawless the header and the save by Cordoba. Boy, another chance for Alexi Lawless.
Boy, Lawless is determined to get his goal today, no matter how he can do it. But look at this. This is a great glancing header away from the ball, and that was definitely labeled panic.
Colombians in the shot from outside. Wilson Perez. You know, after the '90 World Cup, the Colombians won 28 straight games before losing to Bolivia, and then they get here and they lose to Romania, and now they're here losing 2-0 to the United States. What? Ramos has created space. Look at that move. Tab Ramos. The save by Cordoba. And no one quite there to follow up. Dooley a little late in coming in as the Colombians will take it back. And Freddie Rincon now with a 3-on-3. A dangerous situation. In the box and bout
of his lifetime putting it up top in the net.
Shot down at the other end. Taken by the man Valenciano, who just checked into the game. Valenciano with 19 caps. Get it to Valderrama in the middle. Trying to run onto the ball, Freddie Rincon, but Meola comes out.
Well, the defense for the U.S. is absolutely phenomenal. They are holding off at just the right times and then committing. But look at this. Look at that lovely soft chip by...
I run all of them. Oh, you know that. ball set in behind the goal as Hartz was over on the far side. John Hartz has the Group A standings with Switzerland beating Romania 4-1 today.
Blowing up at the referee there for not allowed to play on.
Has he improved any over the game against Romania?
Well, I think the whole team has not improved that much, really. They look, those pretty midfield combination passes are attractive, but they're not getting anywhere. In the last few minutes, they've been doing some dangerous things around the penalty area, and they are dangerous on set pieces. Now, this is a situation where the Swiss got their goal against the United States. So
out on top, the header, the save by Tony Meola. Herman Gaviria with the header, and Meola with the big-time save.
Tremendous save by Meola. Peter Vermes and I were talking before the game about how this is a World Cup of goalkeeping errors.
As things heat up a little bit, the shot from outside and wide of the goal. Herman Gaviria, number 5. Just his 8th international appearance, 1 goal.
Long-range shots, sometimes that's a way to get going. You just take some long-range shots, but that was way, way off target, but 2 subs.
Hartz looking for the shot and just over the top. He kept measuring it and measuring it. And nobody challenged him, and the referee says, hey, that was pretty close. Into the 69th minute with the U.S. leading Colombia 2-0.
Play now.
Ramos, the high ball. The bicycle kick by Balboa!
Unbelievable.
Oh, he did that in the game against Switzerland. Remember, Seamus, the other day, he was just in the belly. Look at Meola and go, man, how close was that?
Well, that sends a message.
But he did it to clear. right there is Tony Meola. Cover that thing. Hold it close to your heart, Tony.
This is a good header. Sorber can't quite get to it. You see it skim over his head. And there is, or was it, I think it might have been Wegley. And there was a great, good
here. As Rincon inside with Meola coming out.
Corner kick.
And it's going to be a corner kick as Tony Meola getting up a little bit slowly there. As Valderrama will come to the near side. Might have gotten a foot on his right thigh.
Yeah, I think he did. Points almost seem immaterial.
Oh, goodness. A break there as two players for the United States collided. It looked like Sorber and Clavillo both went for the ball to clear it at the same time. Happened. There is a ball on the ground. Saved by Meola. The chip in the score. The chip in the score at the almost the 90th minute by Valencia.
Well, I won't say there was an air of inevitability about this, but there's been an awful lot of pressure on the center of the United States defense and on Meola, who does extremely well to get that. There's no way he can get...
This game has got to be over. There hasn't been really many...
There it is! There it